Well, in a nutshell, my gorgeous Pisces, you most certainly are going to have a reason to celebrate when it comes to the month of September 2024. You are going to have a reason to celebrate purely because you are going to have a ridiculously important and a ridiculously positive experience. This experience which you are going to have, it's most certainly going to give you so much confidence when it comes to you having pretty much so confirmed that you would not have this incredibly positive experience this month if you did not follow your intuition in the first place. My gorgeous Piscellini, I'm going back like about 3 or 4 months ago, where you have actually found yourself on some kind of a crossroads. When you have found yourself on this crossroads, there is this specific path you decided to choose. This specific path you decided to choose, you chose purely because you followed your intuition. Maybe certain people close to you were telling you, no, baby, no, don't do it, and things like that. So this is not only about this incredibly positive experience, but it's more about you being able to prove like a certain point, to yourself, but also to the other people in your life. This doesn't have to be necessarily a bad thing when it comes to the other people in your life whatsoever, but it is, of this situation, it's really going to elevate you. So it is not only about this positive experience you are going to have. It is not only about this confirmation you are going to have that you did the right thing when it comes to you, when it comes to the time when you found yourself on this crossroads, but also the part of this big experience, this positive experience, is also the fact, you will know that you are going to have this like a really big opportunity, an incredible opportunity, my gorgeous Piscellini, to have this brand new beginning in life. But it's not like just, oh yeah, brand new beginning in life. This is something you were dreaming of. This is something that has been on your mind for so long, but you were just waiting for the right moment in time. And the right moment in time, it's going to happen right now, when you are provided with this like incredible, when you're going to realize that you have this incredible opportunity. So you see, it's not only positive experience, but it's the actual opportunity which is going to come out of it, which is going to make you feel alive again. And the way I can describe this opportunity, as I said, it's like you being able to start new life. This is you being able to kind of focus on this new beginning. This is going to make you feel so good. It's going to make you feel so ecstatic, and you are going to elevate yourself like never before. I mean, when it comes to the actual numerology, your number is simply number one, baby. Number one. And it's all about the new start. It's all about the new beginning. It's all about this new stage in your life. You are really going to, my God, gonna feel like, the whole brand new life is going to be starting for you. So it's all about this opportunity you are going to have it around the mid month of September 2024. Absolutely brilliant indeed. And number one in numerology also means that you're going to have a strength, you're going to feel like you have a power. My gorgeous Piscellini, you're gonna feel re-energized, and you're also going to have like a lots of ideas throughout this month, and this is why this is going to be so important. For example, when it comes to the first 10 days of the month of September, let me tell you that within the first 10 days of this month, we're going to realize that something bad, something really negative, something really dark is actually going to come to an end. Okay, something within the first 10 days of September, something bad is going to come to an end, and you are going to get some kind of news, some kind of information, some kind of a message, and this message is going to make you aware of this. This in itself is going to be super important. Why? Because you kind of, because of this kind of bad and negative energy is going to shift now. But this, whatever this is, this has been kind of also making you feel like, really like you have too many things maybe to deal with, or every single time when you kind of ended up like dealing with few different things, you just did not feel like you had enough strength to deal with this. So this is okay, like to go for the certain amount of time in our life, for example. But when it does kind of when it kind of does go on for too long, it does affect negatively like so many different aspects of our lives, because we tend to slow down a lot, and we need to go forward with our lives. We need to go with the flow. So this is why this is going to be so important, because within the first 10 days something bad is going to come to an end. By the time, my gorgeous Pisces, you come to the actual by the time you get to the 12th of September, on the 12th of September, you are going to discover, you are going to have a really interesting discovery. There is something you're going to find out, there is something you're going to discover. What are you going to find out, and what are you going to discover? It's literally going to transform your life. It's going to transform your life. Okay, so there is something important you are going to discover. Whatever this is, you need to understand that this is going to transform your life forever. But only by the time you get to the 16th of September. The 16th of September, it's going to be such an important day, because on the 16th of the September, it's like whatever you discovered, beforehand, on the 16th of September, it's going to be the moment in time where you are going to have a possibility, an important possibility, to go for it, to do this. This is something so personal and something so important to you. You have no idea what a turnaround this is going to bring to you when it comes to your life. So it's about this possibility that you are still going to realize. When you kind of realize this possibility, you will know that you are not going to be able to do this unless you take a leap of faith. And once you do this, you're going to realize, like, oh my God, there is so much more to this possibility. And there is actually so much more when it comes to what exactly you've discovered like a couple of days earlier. The next 7 days are going to be absolutely crucial when it comes to you realizing, how much more there is to this particular possibility and what exactly is going to come out of it. Absolutely brilliant. By the time you get to the 19th of September, my gorgeous Piscelini, this is a big one. Do you know why? Because on the 19th of September, you are going to have such a big reward. A brilliant news and a big, big reward. It is indeed to do with like a really big accomplishment. You are going to achieve something so big for you here, and it's to do with an accomplishment. And it's not only that, but it's more about, you are just going to feel so proud of yourself. And I know that somebody in your life, somebody very close to you, somebody who you get on with, so much, is going to come forward. And that particular gorgeous person, in my mind, is going to be really proud of you. And this is going to mean to you so much. Whatever is going to happen here, it's also going to be such a key day and such a key date when it comes to you really kind of also reconnecting with like the people in your life, with the real people, with the people who love you, and with the people who you love too as well. The next date, it's going to be on the 21st of September. On the 21st of September, you are literally going to have an idea, this brilliant idea. This fantastic idea is going to liberate you, and this fantastic idea is going to set you free. But before that idea happens, you know, as soon as you wake up in the morning, you're going to feel beautiful on this day. You're going to feel gorgeous. There are going to be few unusual and very strange signs you are going to have. And these unusual and very strange signs you're going to have, you will be surprised how in tune you're going to be, because you will be able to read and understand these signs from a completely different angle, from a completely different dimension. And this is because the energies are going to be like a really very, very sharp. And when it comes to you, you need to understand that this in itself is really going to trigger the best out in you. So when it comes to like a quite few different signs you're going to have, it's worth to pay attention to them, because they're all going to be leading towards something really specific you're going to need to, you're going to be reminded of. There is something really specific you're going to be reminded of, my gorgeous Piscelini, that you need to kind of finish. There is something that you are going to need to finish and you forgot about it. And that's how you're going to be reminded through these signs, because all these signs are going to be different, but completely different. But as I said, they're going to be leading towards the same thing, you know, to remind you something about something which you've left, kind of, which you forgot about. There is something you're going to need to bring to an end. There is something you're going to need to finish. There is something you're going to need to finalize. And this is why this is going to be so important. So, but you are really going to feel really beautiful from the moment you wake up. You're also going to feel really spiritual as well. And then you're going to have this idea, you know, how you can kind of liberate yourself. And this in itself, it's also like kind of gonna be about you realizing exactly what do you need to do in order to be more happier in your life, and what do you need to do in order to make your life more practical in general. You know, you're going to realize where you have been kind of maybe wasting your energy as well. And this is all going to be part of this idea. You know, what do you maybe need to do in order to make your life kind of more practical? And this is why this is so important. You are going to realize where have you been draining your energy. When we are draining your energy somewhere unnecessarily, it does tend to have a really bad impact on us. When our energy is drained necessarily, that means that something is causing this, you know. And it's always something that we need to establish. We need to realize what this is, and we need to realize that maybe need to move on from that as well, you know. So these are like kind of few different elements that are going to be connected to this particular day, my gorgeous Piscelini, but it's ever so important indeed. So so this is something to really worth pay attention to, because as I said, it's not only going to liberate you, but you're also going to be able to protect your energy. Plus, on top of all that, you will have an idea, a clear idea. What do you need to do in order to make yourself more happier and in order to kind of make your life more practical? The next important date, my gorgeous Piscelini, it's gonna be on the 23rd of September. Sorry, on the 23rd of September, you are going to have a big victory. You are going to have a big achievement here, okay? And this big victory that you are going to have on this particular day, it's also this is a big victory. This is like to do with an achievement, but it's also like to do with you kind of knowing exactly what do you need to do next. So it's not only about what is going to bring this achievement into your life, but it's also about this idea which you are going to have when it comes to what exactly do you need to do next year. You need to take this on the next level. You really need to take this on the next level. By the time you get to the 25th of September, my gorgeous Piscelini, there is an important sacrifice you're going to need to make. I mean, I'm not being funny, but before you have that sacrifice, there is, maybe I should have said this first, but you are going to have such an enlightening experience on this particular day. really enlightening and really spiritual and a really beautiful experience, you know. But you're also going to realize exactly what do you need to sacrifice here. And this in itself is ever so important, because as soon as you make this sacrifice, and you are going to do this within the next 4 days exactly after this happens, as soon as you make this sacrifice, my gorgeous Piscelini, you know that you are literally going to you're going to feel so much better. And you are also going to kind of really start feeling, that beautiful bright light at the end of the tunnel. At this stage of your life, it's ever so important when it comes to this, because you're going to start seeing your life also from a completely different angle. And this in itself couldn't have been happening at a better time, because you're going to start viewing yourself and your life in such a positive way, where you are going to, start finding a meaning in everything that you've been through within the last few years, bad things and the good things. It's like really, you're really going to start understanding why certain things happen to you, and even those that you didn't like, because you wouldn't have been brought at this important stage of your life. How I can describe this stage as a sacred stage, literally. By the time, my gorgeous Piscellini, by the time you get to the 26th of September, you need to be very strong here, because there is some kind of, my goodness, something is going to be offered to you here. Something is going to be offered to you, or you're going to become aware of some kind of an option, but it's like, no, baby, no. And I hope you're going to stay away from it, because it's to do with some kind of temptation. You must not allow this to take over. When I say you must not allow this to take over, literally half of you, it's going to be like, oh my God, I really want to go for it. But then half of you, it's going to be like, oh, like, half of you is going to be, you will know that something is not right here. You will know that this is not a good option for you, and maybe it will be a bit like, too good to be true, a type of thing, so you really need to kind of avoid this temptation, my gorgeous Piscellini, at all costs, literally. Okay, the next important date, it's going to be on the 27th of September. On the 27th of September, you honestly are going to really, someone is going to need your help. Someone is struggling, someone is having a problem, and I have seen this before, my gorgeous Piscellini. I have seen this before when it comes to your life. There is this person in your life, this nice person, is really struggling, is going through something very difficult, and that person is maybe being too proud of what they are going through with, and that person is keeping kind of certain things to themselves, just because that person is like really being proud or whatever it is. But it is somebody really beautiful, it is somebody really gorgeous, it is a really beautiful spirit I'm talking about. That particular person is going through something very, very difficult, and there is some kind of a sign you're going to have, there is some kind of indication you're going to have. When I say there is some kind of a sign you're going to have, you are most certainly, my gorgeous Piscellini, going to have that sign through that person. That person is either going to say something, or that person is either going to do something which is going to make you realize that something may not be right. And it's going to need a little bit of talking, with this person, until you realize what exactly is going on. You will have an answer to that person's problem. You will be able to help to this person. And listen to me, I'm not talking about just anybody. I'm talking about somebody who is, one of the people in your life, one of the people who mean to you so much. Honestly, you will be enjoying helping this person. Bless your heart. I can clearly see this. But when you find out what it is, you're going to be a little bit angry, because that person didn't say this to you, because it is indeed to do with something that you can easily deal with for that person. You can help this person immediately. but don't be angry. I do think that we are talking about here somebody who is very sensitive. I really like this person, very spiritual, very sensitive, very beautiful, in and out. Honestly, that's how I see this person. So, just please do it, because also, on another hand, when you start talking to this person, there is something you are going to realize. There is something important you are going to realize about your life, something that you really need to speed up with, something that you need to hurry up with, something that you need to really kind of put as a priority, as number one at this stage of your life. But so you're gonna be really beautifully and miraculously reminded of something really important here, my gorgeous Piscelini. And this, honestly, I can only describe as like a big karmic reward, because you went ahead to help this person in the first place. Absolutely beautiful in so many different ways. By the time you get to the 28th of September, on the 28th of September, you know what? It's like a basically, this is to do with this restriction. It's to do with this dark restriction. It's to do with something that has been restricting you. It's going to be absolutely evident on this particular day. There is something that has been restricting you. You see how brilliant this month is going to be. Something bad and something dark is going to come to an end within the first 10 days of September. Okay, something bad and something dark is going to come to an end within the first 10 days of September. And here, my gorgeous Piscelini, you have got another restriction which is going to be shifted. This restriction, like, oh, something that has been restricting you and something that has been affecting you, something that started to affect you to the point where you've almost started kind of lose yourself a little bit. This is a very heavy restriction here, and this in itself, it's going to happen completely out of blue. It's going to happen at a time where you are going to be doing something. You're going to be maybe even socializing. There are going to be some other people around you. I know that you are going to have a great time. It is to do with like a really great experience you're going to have, and somehow you are going to realize, I know it sounds really crazy, but somehow you are going to realize that there's some kind of restriction in your life has come to an end. This could also be by you maybe acting with people in a certain way and feeling really excited and feeling really good and feeling really relaxed. Maybe you were worrying about your life and certain things for so long. My gorgeous Piscelini, you've lost yourself a little bit. It's to do with this particular restriction. And perhaps you're going to realize this in such a way where you are enjoying yourself with people and having such a great time. And for a while, you haven't had such a great time like you are going to have on this particular day or at around this particular time. And perhaps you're going to be able to identify within yourself, within your spirit, within your soul, that you're back to your old self. So it's not about like some kind of a negative restriction, like a lifting, but it's also about you getting back to yourself, coming back to your old self. Absolutely brilliant. So I'm sorry, I don't want to sound like a dark lala, but I do think that, there were a couple of things, two things, my gorgeous Piscelini, that have been affecting you. Two things have been like terribly affecting you for a while, and I'm talking about at least the last 5 or 6 months. You have been struggling with this, what's coming to an end within the first 10 days of September, and then it's this restriction, and this is why this is going to be so important. My goodness, you see how important the month of September it's actually going to be. The next date is going to be on the next date is going to be on the 29th of September. On the 29th of September, my gorgeous Piscelini, ooh la la, what is going on here? On the 29th of September, there are going to be a couple of things that I want to tell you. On the 29th of September, you are going to be reminded, and you're not the first sign, and I'm not that to be reminded of this, and I'm not seeing this for the first time when it comes to you as well. You've been in tune for a while now when it comes to your mind, body, and spirit. On the 29th of September 2024, you are going to be reminded there is something that you are doing but you shouldn't be doing. I've said this before, I've seen this before, and this is keep on kind of like popping up, to me, because it's important. I know it's important because otherwise it wouldn't be keep on popping up. And I know I've seen this before. And maybe there are several things maybe that you are doing that you shouldn't be doing, and you are aware of it, but it was just very difficult to do something about it. I completely understand. This doesn't have to be the same thing every time. But on the 29th of September, you are going to realize that you shouldn't be doing something, that you shouldn't be taking something. Maybe it's to do with some kind of addiction that you're already aware of, which is going to be highlighted on this day. Or maybe it's to do with something that you're eating, or drinking, putting in your body, and you shouldn't be, but you are aware of it, because I know that you're aware of it. But only on this particular day, you need to pay attention to this, because you are going to be reminded of this in such a way where you are going to be frustrated a little bit with your very own self, my gorgeous Piscelini. And this is also going to be your sign that you have got more power. You have got the power to do something about it. Just you acknowledging this in a positive way, you're already going to be halfway there. You will see the way things unfold within the next few days after that moment in time. You will be able to recognize the difference in your life this has already brought, but you will be also able to recognize within the next few days which aspects of your life this is affecting. And this in itself is really going to awaken you and give you a kick up your butt. No, this is really going to awaken you, my gorgeous Piscelini, and it's going to give you energy and strength to actually, do something about it. And this is why this is going to be so important. But that's not all what's going to happen on the 29th of September. On the 29th of September, you're also going to really another reward here, another reward. When it comes to you, when you become aware of this reward you are going to have, this is more about you being able to set the boundaries. You will be able to set the boundaries. And this is what you're going to find extremely rewarding. Okay? You will be able to set the boundaries. You will be able to protect yourself, and you will be able to protect your spirit. So this is what are you going to find a really, really rewarding, because at the same time, this moment in time I can describe like you starting to spread your wings, my gorgeous Piscelinian, starting to fly. Okay, it is ever so important to set the boundaries in our lives. It's so important. And I do think that this is really to do with the specific people and the specific situations in your life that have been maybe causing you lots of problems in terms of like a negative energy that these people have been kind of projecting towards you. Maybe this has been done like on purpose, maybe it hasn't been done on purpose, but the bottom line is that you are going to do the right thing. Okay, it's like a lot to do with, you kind of realizing that if you spend the time with people who elevate you, if you spend the time with people who make you feel so good about yourself, if you spend the time with the people who make you feel so positive about yourself, you are going to feel so good, because that is also going to have such a positive and magical impact on your life. So spend the time with people, like with like-minded souls, with like-minded people. But for example, if you are spending a lot of time with people people who are negative and dark and blah blah blah, then they just pull you down. They just pull you down. And the more time you spend people who are dark and negative and who are not good for you, it's not healthy, because the more time you spend with these people, the more like them you become, and the more you get used to this energy, and the more the more you get used to this energy, the more you lose yourself, my gorgeous Pisces, in all that. And the more you lose yourself, the more difficult it's going to be for you to find yourself again. And this is important, because at the same time you're not going to be thinking negatively after this stage of your life, and you are going to be able to open to new perspectives. This is big. I know I explain things in my own way, and sometimes it's really weird because I'm weird. But this is like, honestly, this is really brilliant. This is really good, my gorgeous Pisces, in so many different ways. And also, by the time you get to the 30th of September, on the 30th of September 2024, my God, it's about this beautiful inspiration. Again, something is going to inspire you so much. Something is really going to inspire you on the 30th of September. How do I explain this? Something is really going to inspire you on the 30th of September. But, before you have this inspiration, there is some kind of a sign you are going to have, an omen, which is going to come in the form of a bird, some kind of a bird. There is something gonna be so wise about this bird. There is something gonna, either this bird, it's either gonna look wise, or this is gonna be like some kind of a wise bird, symbolism and things like that. Maybe you're gonna see an owl. Lots of people see an owl, and like such a wise bird, for example, or even an eagle, for example. So it really depends, and it's a lot to do with the symbolism, but not necessarily. It's a lot to do with how you feel deep in your soul as well. So first of all, you're going to have this sign, which is going to come in form of a bird. But there is something wise going to be around that bird. Or maybe that bird is going to look wise, or maybe that bird is going to do something ridiculously wise, and you're going to be like, my God, what a wise bird. What a wise bird. But there is something wise going to be connected to this bird. So this is going to be your sign. This is going to be your sign that you are going to have some kind of inspiration, after that moment in time, that you are going to have some kind of inspiration. And even if you do not have this sign, even if you do not have this sign, you're still going to have this inspiration on the 30th of September. But if you do have a sign, if you do have that bird, if you do have a sign beforehand, you need to tune in. You need to tune in, and you are going to realize something additional, some kind of additional idea. An additional idea is going to come to you. So that bird is not only signifying the fact that something is about to inspire you, but it's also signifying the fact that you are, as soon as you see this bird, that means that you are going to have some kind of additional idea when it comes to this inspiration. Okay, so but if you do not see the bird, then that means that you are already kind of already, that idea is going to come to you instantly when it comes to this inspiration. Okay, so there are a couple of different ways to actually look at this. But if you do not, the bottom line is, I know it's confusing, but the bottom line is, if you do not see this bird, you're still going to have this inspiration on this particular day. And that's something that I need you to remember, because it's not only about what is going to inspire you. For the love of God, I want you to understand this, my gorgeous Pisces. It's not so much about what exactly it's going to inspire you here. No, no, it is a lot about, sorry, it is a lot, it is a lot about what is going to inspire you, but it's like, sorry, it is about this inspiration, but it's it's basically it's about you needing to do something about it immediately. So it's not only about, oh yeah, I'm so inspired, inspiration, beautiful, blah blah blah, but it's about you needing to understand that you have to do something about it immediately, because when it comes to that inspiration, you will need to go somewhere immediately, you will need to do something immediately. Maybe it's going to be like some kind of a travel and some kind of a journey that you're going to need to do, and you're going to be like, no baby, no, I'm not ready, I don't want to do this, I'm not ready, it's not the right time, I'll do it next week. No baby, no, you need to do it now, you need to do it immediately, you need to do something about it now. Okay, this is what I want you to understand. Whatever inspires you on this particular day, you need to do something about it immediately. Okay, because the time is going to be right. Okay, you will be in the flow. Okay, you are not going to be obstructed whatsoever. You're not going to be obstructed, and also it's going to empower you. If you do something about it now, it's gonna empower. This is gonna empower you like never before, and you will see that as soon as you make this step, there is something immediately you're going to need to do. Immediately you're going to need to do. And as soon as you do, what do you need to do? When it comes to that inspiration, the next 11 days, as soon as you do, what do you need to do when it comes to this inspiration? The next 11 days after that moment in time are going to be mind blowing. Absolutely mind blowing. When I say that your life is going to change, your life is going to change. When I say that your life is going to be completely different in the best possible way within the next few months, you need to trust me. You need to believe me. Because by trusting me and believing me, you are going to unlock the door, my gorgeous Pisces, and you are going to go with this flow towards the life you deserve so much. This is very big. This is very important indeed. So now, my gorgeous Piscelini, I'm going to shuffle these cards and I'm going to see, because again, I forgot to put the cards down for the couples and singles, you know. So I'm just going to do that now. Oh, holy Pisces, oh, holy Pisces. Oh, holy Pisces, oh, holy Pisces. Da-na-na-na-na-na. So now, my gorgeous Piscelini, trying to work out what am I singing. It is a song. Oh, holy Pisces, oh, holy Pisces. Da-da-da-da-da-da. It is a song. It is a song. So now, my gorgeous Piscelini, I'm going to. It is a song, but I just put with my own words. Oh, holy Piscelini, holy Piscelini. Da-da-da-da-da-da. That's better. Holy Piscelini. Holy Piscelini. Da-na-na-na-na-na. So now, my gorgeous Piscelini, I'm going to shuffle these cards and I'm going to focus on those of you who are indeed in relationship. Look at this baby jumping out. Hello, big mama. Look at this baby jumping out. She doesn't care. She doesn't need any top. She doesn't need any clothes. She just doesn't care. Okay, no, honestly, my gorgeous Piscelini, this is brilliant. This is when it comes to those of you who are couples. Look at this baby. Look at her. She doesn't care. No, honestly, my gorgeous Piscelini, listen. It's for those of you who are couples, you are going to have a brilliant, brilliant, mind blowing news. You are going to have such a great accomplishment, such a brilliant accomplishment. This accomplishment is going to allow to both of you, to go on the next stage of your life, to go on the next stage of your journey. Indeed, you are going to be able to relax, because also at the same time, this is to do with something that both of you have been working very, very hard for. So, in terms of success, this is brilliant. But also, on another hand, you were worrying so much. Look at this. Oops. Oh, holy Pisces, oh, holy Pisces. You were worrying so much. Both of you were worrying so much. I think it's maybe to do with like some kind of a project that you were working on, and it was all great, it was all brilliant, and then boom, 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 it all went bad, it all went wrong, it was all like kind of slowed down, and that in itself really kind of slowed both of you. So that's why you're going to be very, very happy, my gorgeous Piscelini. And also, you are gonna be able, both of you, look at this, you're just moving on, baby, you're moving forward. You're gonna be able, both of you, to live the life that does not serve you anymore. You will be able to leave something behind and move on towards something much better. What a brilliant month. What a brilliant month for Piscelinis in relationship. And your partner is also going to have such an interesting idea this month, what you should both do. And first of all, you're going to find this idea like ridiculous, but then sorry, the more you think, the more this idea is going to make sense, baby. So whatever this is, you should go for it. So now, my gorgeous Piscelini, I'm just going to see what's going to happen to those of you who are single and ready to... Hello, darling. Honestly. So now, my gorgeous Piscelini, for those of you who are single... Oh, holy Pisces, holy Piscelini. Listen, see this? If you are single and ready to mingle, then you need to do a little bit more. If you're single and ready to mingle and there is nobody, coming into your life, now you need to do a little bit more. You need to give more time to yourself. You need to love yourself. You need to cherish yourself. And you need to realize, in terms of energy, how gorgeous you actually are. Okay? You need to realize how beautiful you are. And the more you beautiful you realize, the more you realize how beautiful you are. Sorry, the more you realize how beautiful you are, the more indeed you are going to be projecting this energy, and you're going to attract somebody into your life who deserves you, baby, because you are gorgeous. So I think this element is something that you need to kind of work on a little bit. And please don't get me wrong. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not like trying to put you down or trying to be negative. I'm just simply saying what I see and what I feel when it comes to these cards, indeed. And also, it's not only that, also, when it comes to those of you who are single and ready to mingle, my gorgeous Piscelini, when it comes to those of you who are single and ready to mingle, you see, you are going to realize that there is something that you want to do this month. You're going to realize that there is something you want to go. Something you're gonna realize there is something you want to go. Yes, speak English. Yes, no, yes. No, you're gonna realize there is something you wanna somewhere you wanna go. There is somewhere you wanna go. This is for the single Pisces. Maybe there will be something you will want to do for the first time. Maybe there's going to be somewhere where you want to go for the first time. Maybe it's a certain place where you're going to go for the first time. You're going to find yourself somewhere where you've never been before. And where you're going to find yourself, my gorgeous Piscelini, this is a very, very important. Where you're going to find yourself, you are going to have a little test. Okay? You're going to realize, you're going to meet someone, you're going to see someone, you're really going to like this person, but then you're also going to be able to realize that there is still something that you're holding on for somebody from your past. There is something that hasn't come to an end in between you and somebody else from your past. There is some previous lover. There is something you need to work on. There is something you need to realize. There is still somebody who is part of your heart. That's what you're going to realize. You're going to find somebody who you fancy, you're going to find somebody who you like, but then you're going to instantly going to find something that you don't like about that person really quickly. So you're going to see someone who you fancy, you're going to see someone who you like, but when you start talking, you're going to very quickly find something on purpose that you don't like about this person. You know, what does that mean? That means that you're not ready. That means that you're still holding on to someone. There is somebody you need to release first, and this almost like created like a little burden to you, because without realizing, for a while, this has been affecting you. So this, it's not only you need to realize this, you are going to realize this, and only then you're going to be able to set yourself free, my gorgeous Piscelini, because you're going to literally heal and ascend on the next level of your spiritual journey. At around the last week of September, there is a really beautiful experience you're going to have with somebody. At around the last, so after all this, after you realize this, after you have this experience, after you are kind of are able to establish and identify what this is or who this is, you're still going to have this beautiful experience with somebody at around the end of September. I really like it, because you're really going to enjoy yourself, and you're going to be reminded what exactly you are missing in your life. Sometimes we just need to have an experience to be, sometimes we just need to have like a interesting and beautiful experience, to actually be reminded of what we are, what are we, missing in our lives, so this is something which is going to revive you, trust me. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Piscelini, I'm just going to check the cards for those of you who are single and not ready to have any relationships. So if you're happy with your cards, no, I'm joking. So if you're happy with your cards, joking. So now, my gorgeous Piscelini, I'm just going to see for those of you who are single and not wanting to have any relationship whatsoever. Let's see what is going to come out. Ooh, look at this. You're going to find out something very strange. You're going to find out something really mysterious. You're going to find out something really bizarre. You're going to find out something like so difficult to believe, my gorgeous Piscelini. For those of you who are single and not ready to have relationship, you're really going to have an unusual and strange experience. And something very strange is you're going to find out something very strange and very bizarre. You're not going to be able to believe what is going on. You're not going to be able to believe what is happening. But you need to trust yourself. Sometimes this life can be crazy. Sometimes this life can be mental. Sometimes this world can be crazy. But there is sometimes it's better not to waste your time with being surprised for too long. So whatever you're going to find out something strange and mysterious and unusual, I highly suggest you, my gorgeous Piscelini, to do something about it immediately. There is a wise decision. This big mama is saying this. There is a wise decision you're going to make. Okay, and that's what I need you to understand. Sometimes crazy things can happen, sometimes weird things can happen, that we cannot believe what is going on, but that doesn't mean that we shouldn't follow our intuition at that moment in time. So whatever comes to you, you need to make this wise decision. It's very important indeed, because you're going to do the right choice. Okay. Okay, my gorgeous Piscelini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace, and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye. And now it's time for something really, really special. Now it's time, my gorgeous people, for something really, really beautiful. This brand new pendant I have in my store, I only have literally few of them. So once they are gone, they are gone. This gorgeous pendant I have It's an absolutely stunning amethyst pendant. Okay, this is a white gold amethyst pendant, and I don't know if you can see it that well. It's absolutely stunning. This gorgeous amethyst pendant, it's in white gold, and it also has two diamonds on each side. Okay, I don't know how well this camera is actually focusing. This is a quite dainty but ever so beautiful pendant, amethyst pendant set in white gold with two little diamonds on each side. And yes, these diamonds are real diamonds, like this amethyst is a high quality amethyst as well. When it comes to this gorgeous white gold amethyst pendant with two diamonds, two little diamonds on each side, of course they're not huge, of course they're not massive, but you know, this also white gold pendant, and this is a sterling silver chain that this comes with. Yes, and also when it comes to amethyst, you know, amethyst is absolutely brilliant and a very powerful crystal in many different ways, because it does have a power to enhance our immune system. And also, on top of that, it helps with anxiety, depression. It helps to clear mind. You know, it helps to wash away toxic thinking, but also it encourages sleep patterns, and at the same time it eases tension, because it's absolutely essential for spiritual balance in itself. When we wear amethyst, you know, and we are in a relaxed state of mind, we have like all sorts of insights we wouldn't normally have. So amethyst is probably one of the most significant crystals you can actually get in terms of achieving such a perfect balance within our bodies. Okay, and also, when it comes to diamonds, for example, my gorgeous people, diamonds are also having a spiritual effect and a spiritual impact on our body, because diamonds, on another hand, believe me or not, makes us fearless. What a mind-blowing combination this actually is. Not only this gorgeous pendant is just so beautiful, you know, so gorgeous, but at the same time, it is ever so powerful. This is so gorgeous, like I cannot explain. As I said, I'm so excited, my God, about this pendant, because it's very, very gorgeous. But also, you know, I've only have, you know, few of them. As I said, once they're gone, they're gone. Absolutely stunning, and a really, really unique little piece as well. I really hope you can see this. Absolutely gorgeous. And of course, if you would like to buy this gorgeous pendant, the link is going to be in the description below, but also you can check on top of the comments, because I will pin, you know, the links for these crystals on top of the comment section as well. But on another hand, you can also find the link for this pendant, like it's going to be either here or either here in one of the top corners. You will be able to click on it, and the link is going to come up that way as well. Or on another hand, you can simply go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin shop, and my page is going to come up that way. Just click on it and you will see the first two products on top of my shop are going to be my two latest products I've just advertised. So you're either going to find this in the description or on top of the comments, or it's gonna be one of the two corners above me, or you simply go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin shop, and my page is gonna come up that way as well. And of course, if you would like to buy this gorgeous pendant, the link is going to be in the description below, but also you can check on top of the comments, because I will pin, the links for these crystals on top of the comment section as well. But on another hand, you can also find the link for this pendant, like it's going to be either here or either here in one of the top corners. You will be able to click on it and the link is going to come up that way as well. Or on another hand, you can simply go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin shop and my page is going to come up that way. Just click on it and you will see the first two products on top of my shop are going to be my two latest products I've just advertised. So you're either going to find this in the description or on top of the comments, or it's gonna be one of the two corners above me, or you simply go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin shop and my page is gonna come up that way as well. I'm so excited when it comes to this, my gorgeous people, because this is probably one of the most beautiful things I've ever had in my store, to be quite honest with you. This is a blue topaz bracelet, sterling silver bracelet, and it's not only like a genuine blue topaz, but this is also handmade. This absolutely gorgeous handmade bracelet. It's 10 millimeters wide, so that's quite wide if you know what I mean. And it's also 7.5 inches long, which is a standard bracelet size. What I find it absolutely stunning. Look at this. I find it absolutely stunning because the way this bracelet is made, the way it's designed, it's absolutely gorgeous. And also it's a genuine topaz, and the blue topaz, it helps you to cultivate intuition. It helps with mental sharpness, for communication skills, and for self-assurance as well. So when it comes to confidence, this little bracelet, it's absolutely brilliant. I mean, look at how gorgeous this is. I mean, I'm not being funny, but as I said, this bracelet is probably one of the most beautiful things I've ever had in my store. And the fact that it's got a blue topaz and blue topaz crystal is just so powerful, especially when it comes to, boosting our energy in general, when it comes to our communication skills, when it comes to our intuition. I mean, all these things are always leading us towards us coming out of our comfort zone. So when we wear this, we also at the same time we come out of our comfort zone, which is ever so important when it comes to us having a progress in life. Honestly, my gorgeous people, I don't know if you can see how beautiful this actually is. Blue topaz. And let me tell you, on top of all that, blue topaz, it's quite rare. And I'm talking about a genuine blue topaz here, like a high quality blue topaz. This in itself, it's actually a very, very rare crystal. And it's not only extremely powerful, it's not only extremely beautiful, but it's also quite rare as well. Absolutely stunning. Look how beautiful this is. My gorgeous people, I'm so excited about this bracelet, to be quite honest with you. And if you buy this, you will see exactly what I was talking about, how beautiful this gorgeous bracelet is. And when things are made handmade, they have a completely different energy. It's a completely different energy. It feels different. Do you know what I mean? But I suppose you can only know how it feels once you buy it. But it's absolutely beautiful. It's the type of bracelet that everybody's going to notice. It's just so striking, so gorgeous to look at. But then on another hand, it is ever so powerful because it kind of, brings like tremendous impact into into our lives just by wearing it. I mean, anything that increases our confidence, anything that's so positive and beneficial for our mental sharpness, anything that helps, with our communication skills, and anything that helps with our self assurance in general, we cannot possibly go wrong with, can we? Absolutely brilliant. There you go. Look at it again. It's stunning. So, my gorgeous people, if you would like to be the owner of this gorgeous bracelet, again, I haven't got that many of them in stock because they are handmade. You see what I mean? So, once they go, I suppose they will go. But at the same time, if you would like to buy this gorgeous bracelet, my gorgeous people, then you will see that the link is going to be in the description below. Okay, the link is going to be in the description below this video. I also put the link in the card somewhere above me. They're going to be the link for it as well. But I'm also going to place the links on top of the comments. I will pin, this bracelet on top of the comments, and you will see where you can actually buy this. Or on another hand, you can just go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin shop, and my page is going to come up that way as well. You will see somewhere on top this bracelet is going to be, because it's a brand new item in my store. But I really have to say, it's absolutely gorgeous, absolutely stunning. And if you buy it, you will see exactly where was I coming from. Absolutely stunning. I don't know if you can see the details. The detail, is it focusing or not, the camera? Absolutely stunning. Okay.